Well, welcome back to the channel. I've been gone a little bit. Sorry about that. Had to do a little work trip on an aircraft carrier. It was supposed to be a couple days, ended up being a week.
Actually, that's us right there.
11.
Didn't even finish, so I get to go back. What's going on today? Today I got some proper floor mats for the Z06, which I'll show you. There's OEM floor mats with say Z06 on it, but they're new. And a leather wrapped console cover thing that we'll do a DIY on that, how to do it. It should be much easier than the door panels, and I'll walk you through it. So let's go ahead and do that little intro and we'll get further into this video. Alright, so yeah, I've been gone from YouTube for like 2 weeks, which is a long time for me. I'm glad you guys liked the additional or second part, 20 things, Corvette, etc. And I found some more things in the comments, so maybe I'll do a part 3 later down the road. So today we're going to be doing the center console, like I said. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to take it out. We'll strip it, put the new one on, put it in. It should be pretty straightforward. As far as the door panels, I fixed them pretty good. Last thing I got to do is add some more adhesive to the back of them. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. It's not too crazy hard. I had to use a steam gun to get some of the super glue off it that my stupid self put on there, just being kind of ham-fisted at it. But I got them looking pretty good. There is a couple seams that kind of bother me, but I think only I will notice it, so I'm going to let it ride. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get that console lid off. Alright, so I lied. Let's go ahead and do an open box real quick, or open bag, and then we'll do the console. Now, this is a different company from what I used for the doors, but from the graphics online, it looked almost the same. And looking at it right now, it looks identical. The leather looks identical, the stitching looks identical, so it shouldn't be too bad. It should be just a matter of getting the old one off, stretching this over, and gluing it down. So, alright, let's go to the car. Oh, here's how it looks. Nothing fancy. Alright, over here in the car, as far as getting the lid out of the car, oh, interesting. There's a little security lug nut thing up there. I had no idea that was there. Huh. And if you watch my first video on the 25 things, it shows you where that little lug nut can be found. It's kind of hidden. Neat. Anyways, to take this off, it's literally 4 Phillips. If this part's too challenging for you, just stop what you're doing and don't attempt this. I'm just going to use the Phillips and take that off real quick. And then we'll take it to the bench. Alright, so I'm going into this project kind of blind. I haven't really done much research. It seems pretty straightforward. I'm just going to take off these handful of screws here. Hopefully this thing can come off then, and we can just rip this off. If need be, I'll take a razor to it, but we'll learn as we go. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, get this back plate off, and see what we're working with. Alright, so you do have to take the 5 screws out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these 2 guys up there, and it just comes right off. As far as this, there's staples. Looks like it's just glued and stapled down. So I'm going to take a flathead and go around all of this and try to rip it off. And I'll report back in a second. Upon taking most of the staples off and just kind of pulling it, it just kind of rips. The cool thing is the foam does stay in place. It's not glued to this, which is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and rip the rest of this off. So we should just be left with a plastic lid and some foam on it. And then we'll fit the new leather guy on top of this, glue it around the sides, heat shrink it a little bit, and we should be in business. Alright, so all of the vinyl from the backside is off. I've done a test fit, make sure it does fit. So it's a little loose on top, but we're going to have to pull the hell out of this damn thing when we do glue it. Side note, getting the vinyl off, especially around the edges, was a nightmare. 90s glue, I guess, was made differently with a lot more illegal substances. I'm not really sure, but it's all off. Got all the staples out, and next step, I'm going to spray some adhesive on the inside of this and then around the edges. And we're going to start folding and stretching all around the edges until we get a nice strong bond, and then we'll keep massaging it and stretching it. And I'll report back hopefully with something that looks halfway decent. Alright, so real quick, my plan of attack to adhere this is to use some contact cement, the same stuff I used on my door panels on the inside of the actual leather. And then some spray adhesive, some Gorilla adhesive, just on the inside here. And then kind of stretch it taut, and then walk around it with some C-clamps as I go. And slow and steady is going to win this race. but by the end it should be nice and taut, and then we'll heat the top of it to get any little wrinkles out, and we'll be doing the reinstall. All right, here's where we're at. It's going pretty quick. This is about 10 minutes so far. I found using a little staple gun with some obviously staples in it, and just using the spray glue, the Gorilla stuff right there, it's going pretty quickly. Just folding it over, started on the long ends, spray it, tuck it in, and put a couple little staples. And the staples are kind of long, so I'm not going too hard, just enough to hold it in the plastic. Doing the other end, and holding the sides taut, same thing. The contacts in it holds pretty good in about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit, and then I'm gonna work on these corners a little bit. Get a lot of adhesive in there, maybe a little bit of super glue to hold them really good and tuck them in. And then just heat shrink the outside of the leather, give it a nice taut look, and then I think we're ready for reassembly. All right, so this has been about 15-minute project so far. It always worries me when things go too smoothly. The other side, I got some glue on there, I'll get that fixed. I'm gonna go ahead and get the back of this reassembled, and then we'll take the heat gun to the front, and then we're ready to put the damn thing back in. All right, here is our final product. I'm pretty happy with it. Quick and dirty project. Show you the back side, looks just fine. I did take a heat gun to all the edges, kind of give it a nice uniform tightness, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead, throw this guy in the car, and I'll show you how it looks, final product. And then boom, final product. I've got so much leather red stitching, I kind of feel like I gotta do the dash now in the center console. That might come later, but for 20 minutes of your time, phenomenal. And one added bonus is that with that vinyl, you get that really annoying squeak when you put your hand on it. With this, nothing. Works just fine. But yeah, no more of that creaky, I don't know how to describe it, but it's gone. I am extremely happy with this. And I want to say the product was like 40 bucks, don't quote me, it'll be in the description below, along with all the tools you'll need, which isn't too expensive. Alright, real quick, coming down the pipeline for the channel, hope you can see me okay. I'll do a follow-up on the doors. They look good. I don't know if you can see them. What I did to kind of fix them up a little bit. What else I got going on? I need to do another POV style drive in this thing. The mic'd up thing I did like a year ago, but actually do it better, decently. As far as this guy coming down the pipeline, I gotta get 18s up front finally to do the big brakes. And then I gotta do some aesthetic stuff, some taillight stuff, some front DLRs, I don't know, the LED strip ones to match the back ones. Man, I'm running out of stuff to do. And then probably do like a little baby cam, nothing too aggressive, keep it drivable. And then I need a transmission rebuild, and then this car is perfect. Sometimes going into first to second, you get stuck. I think one of the keys are messed up from first to second. Might be a synchro, I'm not really sure. But other than that, this car is freaking amazing. It's a rock star. I've done so many stupid things to this car, and it never leaves me stranded or dies on me, so which is cool. But yeah, guys, and if anything else you guys want me to see and try, this is kind of like my DIY car, just trying stuff out for you guys on the internet. So anything you guys want to see me do in this car, like mods or something within reason, let me know. I might be open to it. Well, go enjoy your Friday night, guys, and I'm gonna go edit this and hopefully get it out to you guys. So take care. Hopefully see you guys Sunday. We'll see. Not sure yet. Anyways, mark out.